Right, we are now moving on to question number 4. This is in line with our functions. Right, it reads, the function f is defined by f of x is equals to ln open bracket 2x minus 3 for x is an element of real numbers where x is greater than 3 over 2. Right, so when they say x is an element of real numbers where x is greater than 3 over 2, this is referring to the domain of this function ln 2x minus 3. Remember, there is no ln of 0 and there is no ln of a negative number. So for this function to be valid, the terms inside the bracket must be greater than 0. So solving this inequality, you get 2x is greater than 3. Divide both sides by 2. You get x is greater than 3 over 2. This is the domain. And this is how you find domain for logarithms. The number inside the bracket is greater than 0 for the function to be true. So this is where the 3 over 2 is coming from. I hope you are following. Let us proceed. Right. Find the inverse of f of x and state its domain 3 marks. Right. So the first thing, we are given f of x, right, is equals to ln open bracket 2x minus 3. To find the inverse of a function, you first of all replace f of x with y. So you write y is equals to ln 2x minus 3. Then you make x the subject of the formula. So to make x the subject of the formula, you introduce exponential both sides, on the left side and on the right side. So like what I told you before, that if you have e to the power of ln a, your answer is a, meaning to say that if an exponential is raised by a log power, the answer is the number in front of the log. Meaning to say that if you have e to the power of ln 9, your answer is 9. If you have e to the power of ln 20, your answer is 20. I hope you are following. Meaning to say, by introducing the exponential both sides, we'll be able to remove the log. So e to the power of ln 2x minus 3, you get 2x minus 3. Since e to the power of ln 9, you get 9. So the number in front of the ln is 2x minus 3. So e to the power of ln 2x minus 3, you get 2x minus 3. So how do we make x the subject? We move minus 3 to the left. You get e to the power of y. Minus 3 becomes plus 3. Then you'll be left with 2x. So you get e to the power of y plus 3 is equals to 2x. Then you divide both sides by 2. So 2 and 2, they cancel off each other. You get e to the power of y plus 3 over 2 is equals to x. Right. So the inverse of the function, right, is found by the side, right? This side where we have y, but you replace y with x. So it means your answer becomes e to the power of x plus 3 divided by 2. This is how you get the inverse. I hope you are following class. Right. Then they are saying state the domain. So the domain represents the values of x, which makes the function valid. So here, if you have an exponential, x can take any value as long as the value is a real number, right? So you say x is an element of real number. I hope you are following. This is your domain. There is no value of x that when placed on x, it becomes invalid. No. So you can choose all real numbers. I hope you are following. So you get the marks for the inverse and the marks for stating its domain. Right. We move on to part 2 of the question. Solve the equation inverse of x minus 6, open bracket, inverse minus x plus 5 is equal to 0. Right, so here we need to identify inverse, right, of minus x first. The meaning of inverse of minus x. So it means substitute minus x, right, in the inverse. So it means you get e to the power of minus x plus 3 over 2. I hope you are following. Something like this, right? Then you substitute this into the given equation. On the inverse of x, you are going to put e to the power of x plus 3 divided by 2. Then you write minus 6, open bracket. On this one, you substitute with functional of inverse. Minus x, we got e to the power of minus x plus 3 over 2. So you write e to the power of minus x plus 3 over 2. Then you say plus 5 is equals to 0. So the LCM is 2. We need to multiply each and every term both sides by 2. You'll be left with e to the power of x plus 3, right? Minus 6, open bracket, e to the power of minus x plus 3. Then here you get 10. Then you equate this to 0. Right. Expanding this bracket, you get e to the power of x plus 3 minus 6 e to the power of minus x minus 18 plus 10 is equals to 0. Then if we collect like terms, e to the power of x minus 6 e to the power of minus x, 3 minus 18, you get minus 15, right? Then minus 15 plus 10, you get minus 5. Then you equate this to 0. Right. So you can notice that e to the power of minus x can be written as 1 over x. So you get e to the power of x minus 6 over ax minus 5 is equal to 0. I hope you are following, class. Right. You can notice that we can represent e to the power of x with a letter like b, so that we formulate a quadratic equation. So you get b minus 6 over b minus 5 is equals to 0. Multiply both sides by b. You get b squared minus 6 minus 5b is equals to 0. So b squared minus 5b minus 6 is equals to 0. If we factorize, we are going to get 2 brackets. You put b here, then you put b here. Find the two numbers which gives a sum or a difference of minus 5 and a product of minus 6. We have plus 1 and minus 6. 1 minus 6, you get minus 5. 1 times minus 6, you get minus 6. So in simple terms, we are saying b plus 1 is equals to 0, or b minus 6 is equals to 0. I hope you are listening. Here you get b is equals to minus 1. Then here you get b is equals to positive 6. Right. So substituting e to the power of x on b, you get e to the power of x is equals to minus 1. Here you get e to the power of x is equals to 6. But the first one becomes invalid. Why? Because if you try to take clean both sides, there is no ln of -1. So the solution comes to the right side. So taking ln both sides, you get ln e to the power of x is equals to ln 6, something like this. Bring this x down using the power rule, you get x ln e is equals to ln 6. But ln e is 1. So x